website. Let me introduce Hannah. Hannah is part of my team, and Hannah's responsible for coordinating events like this and events with GPs, and basically trying to make people more aware of the work we do. That's what Hannah does. Because there are still GPs who you'll go and meet, I'm sure that's true in your case, who say, nothing can be done, go away. And you know, people find us then through the internet or through talking to some friends and so on. And it really shouldn't be like that. So, you know, you should get your GPs referring you.
Absolutely. So. Well, you'll notice I've also got a red label on my pot.
Yeah.
I fell over in the ice. My back absolutely fine. Elbow completely broken. So Mr. Krishna's looking after that for me as well. So there's no end to his talents. I also was one of Mr. Krishna's patients.
I forget about that.
You do forget that, don't you? And I first had a microdiscectomy about 10 years ago. And that sort of gave me, because I had slipped a disc, and that gave me about a year of relief, and then progressively over the next 10 years I had more and more pain. I kept going back to my GP and he kept saying, oh, just learn to live within your means. You know, I was only in my 30s, learn to live within your means, you know, have some more painkillers, go away, have some physio, have some osteo, have some chiropractic. Went to all these people, and they all sort of helped as they could, but they all just, in the end, just said, look, there's nothing we can do. I saw orthopaedic surgeons who said, oh, you'll be in a wheelchair by the time you're 30. I saw, you know, neurosurgeons who said, oh, you know, well, there's nothing we can do for you, just go away and, you know, learn to live with it. And I was absolutely at my wits' end. I was on crutches. I was on 37 tablets a day.
Do you remember when she came to the meeting, Tori, for the first time?
And
lots of tears, right?
Yeah,
2 crutches, tears.
Oh, I was a mess.
Remember her, Judith?
Yeah,
so
definitely.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
And it was my pain management chap at Darlington had been to a conference and seen Mr. Krishna talk. So the next time I went back for my usual meeting where he just told me there was nothing he could do, he said, I've seen this guy, I think you should go and see him. So off we went to see Mr. Krishna, and I hobbled into his office, and he just went, I can fix you. And I was like, excuse me? And he was like, oh yes, you just need this doing, and I'll just put some metal rods in your spine, and oh, no problem, you'll be fine, sweetie. He's going, you'll be fine. Like, and I said to my husband, is he for real? And my husband was like, well, you don't want someone who goes, well, you might be all right, you might not be all right. You want someone who's going to be confident that they can make an improvement. And Mr. Krishna said, because I had 2 very small children, I was quite young, and I'd heard all the horror stories, and everyone had said, oh, don't let anybody touch your spine, and obviously I'd already had a surgery that hadn't worked. So he said, come along to the spinal support group. So I thought, I have to say, I thought it was going to be a bunch of sad people sat round in a circle, a bit like AA meeting, going, hello, my name's Hannah and I've got a bad back. And I just thought, oh, this is going to be dreadful. But he'd sort of said, go along. So we went there on a Saturday morning, and I hobbled into this lecture theatre in my crutches. And I just found it so emotional. That's why I cried the whole time, because just to meet other people who knew exactly what it was like to have back pain, because I used to limp, I couldn't put any weight on my left leg. And I'm so sick of people going, oh, what's wrong with your foot? And I'd be like, there's nothing wrong with my, even doctors, what's wrong with your foot? There's nothing wrong with my foot, it's my back. And they go, oh yeah, I've got a bit of a bad back, I was in the garden at the weekend. And you're thinking, you have no idea what it's like to live with this amount of pain. But when I came to the spinal support group, obviously I met all these people who knew exactly what it was like to be in that much pain. And I could talk to people like Tori and Peter and say, okay, well, he's told me it's, you know, so many hours in surgery and so many days off work, but what's it actually like to have spinal surgery, and what does it actually mean in terms of recovery? And they could help, and they were brilliant, because I had all sorts of wibble and wobbles before my surgery, and my husband could ring Tori and email the support group, and she would say, don't be so stupid, she'll be fine, or you know, whatever. But it was just to have that support that you could do from people who really knew what it was like. And I had the surgery 4 years ago.
Is it 4 now?
Yeah, I can only take it. Yeah, 4 years ago, and I mean, I had up and walking the next day. I had no sciatic pain from the moment I came round from surgery. I had surgery pain, but sciatic pain had completely gone. And he had me standing up off the bed the day after surgery, and I had both weight on both feet for the first time in like 10 years. So it has been absolutely life-changing. To the point that 9 months after surgery, for my follow-up, I went back and said, oh, I'm a bit tired, feeling a bit sick in the morning. He's like, and I was pregnant. So I've gone on and had a baby since surgery, carried her absolutely fine, natural birth, no painkillers. I was like, once you've had a bad back, you can have a baby, no problem, just spit them out, doesn't even hurt.
Please visit our website where you'll find plenty of information for all your spinal problems. Thank you.